Are you all ready for some terrible joke? Hello, testing. Is this thing on? Hello? Well, if you guys can't hear me, I'll just go. You know, it's fine. You don't need this tonight, right? Oh, you can hear me. Oh, I see. That is, that's unfortunate. I mean, you guys ready for some silly nonsense that I'm bad at video games, and now I'm gonna show you how bad I am at some stand-up comedy. Alright, here we go. And scene transition. Well, hello there. Hi. I'm CathrenaGame. So good to see you. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good day out there, you know, doing all the fun stuff and things, you know. Welcome to my 1-hour comedy special. This, for those that do not know, this was a stretch goal for a charity stream we had done in the past, and I said, hey, if we reach a certain amount, I got bullied into doing a comedy stream. I mean, convinced to do a comedy stream. So here we are, doing you a comedy stream. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. I am ready. Now, first things first. Couple things that you guys may or may not know about 3D models. There's this nifty little thing that I usually have turned off that I think might be super funny, specifically for a comedy stream. So I usually have this feature turned off, but I'm gonna turn it on just for today. And this feature allows me to move all over the place. And I thought it would be funny if I just had this on the whole time. And, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm all jiggly, and my hands are all over the place, and they're passing through my body because my hands don't move, but my body does. So I'm probably gonna keep my hands maybe down a little bit. Anyway, welcome in, everyone, to my one-off comedy stream that will never, ever, ever, ever happen again. It's It's gonna be real scuffy. It's gonna be real scuffy. I'm gonna go from the top of the order real quick. Little baby, thank you so much for the first redemption. Sky, greedy again today with the first raw XD and a raw XD. Appleton and Anova with a raw XD. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Athagorn. So good to see you. So good to see you. How's everybody doing this fine Tuesday? Hi, Sky. Hi, Sky. It's good to see you, Sky. Hi, Fyrus. Hi, No Fat Bird. Off to a good start already. Excellent. I'm glad. I am here to give you the energy you desire. This is what you desired, correct? The energy of moving all around the screen. This is what you wanted, right? This is the kind of chaos that you wanted today, right, chat? This is what you came here for. And so here we are. All right. I have a list. All right, we have a list here. I have a list. Okay. I have a list. All right. I made a list, chat. I made a list of funny things. Oh, I made a list of funny things that I'm going to talk about. I made a list of funny things. I'm going to go from the list. It's going to probably be pretty bad, though. Why is every time I talk, I bob up and down? Every time I say something, I'm bobbing up and down. Right, hang on. I'm going to turn it down a tick. Instead of 100% chaos, we're now at 70% chaos. We're gonna vibe with 70% chaos. I think 70% chaos is much more manageable. Okay, all right. Welcome in everyone. If you don't know me, I am CathrenaGame. Most people do pronounce it Rena, which is fine. I get it. It does look like an R-E, but it is Reina, like a sunshine bit of light or whatever. You know, it's fine. I don't really care. It's fine. You guys call me whatever you want, just as long as it's not like, still call me Cat. Not a big fan of Cat. It is Reina. No, Sky, listen. This is part of the bit. It's fine. I get it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not calling nobody out. It's chill. This is a name that I picked up back in the RuneScape days, back in RuneScape. I was like, I really want CathrenaGame. How do I get CathrenaGame in RuneScape? Because, you know, it's an old game. There's a lot of people that have usernames in it already. So, you know, it's kind of a thing that you gotta have to pick your names, pick your battles, and do that kind of stuff. It's gonna be great. So I removed a letter and I put an E instead of an I, and there we go. And that's how we got Reina. But I couldn't spell it that way in RuneScape. But now that's how I got my name. You guys are great. You can also call me Miss Fate, as my last name is Fate. Or you can just call me Reina or Cath. Any of those are good names. You know, out there in the audience. You guys can call me something funny, like Gamington. I guess that's cool too. Mary calls me Gamington from time to time. I suppose that is my middle name. Welcome in. Verdant, Paladin, Verdant. Did you guys know Paladin Verdant? Yeah, he's like some guy who's like chases the sun or something. I don't know what's up with him. He's kind of crazy. It's kind of insane, you know, what he's doing out there. Pronounced Fate, yeah. Little goblin boy. Miss Fate's pretty cool. I do go by Miss Fate from time to time, as that is my last name, but you know, it's whatever we do. So anyway, I don't know if you guys noticed or not. I do happen to be a VTuber. A VTuber, for those that may or may not know, they fall into two very distinct categories. A say-so streamer, and I'm not entirely sure what you call the other one, but I'm just going to call it yabe. A yabe streamer or a say-so streamer. I fall into the category of say-so. Now, what say-so means is that I'm very wholesome, I'm very chill, I'm very relaxed, I'm a cozy type streamer with a little bit of energy. The yabe version is the people that are, like, comfortable in their skins. I'm gonna put it that way. They're very comfortable in their skin. It's fine. They do what they want. It's fine. I have lots of yabe friends, and I have lots of say-so friends, and we all get together, and we're great friends all the time. But when you try to mix the two communities, that's when you start to have a little bit of trouble. Lewd tuber? Yeah, base funnier. I'm gonna go with yeah, base. Yeah, base streamers, it's fine. So, now that you know exactly what I am and you know what I'm all about, I am a say-so streamer. But we're doing a comedy sketch tonight, so I'm going to give you a lot of fun stories about me growing up as a flesh creature of the daytime. Because, you know, I was born into this world from a womb, as most people are, and I did not create my physical form as it is now. It grew over time, and now I've chosen my own desired form. That's beside the point, though. So, how far do we usually go back with these kinds of things? Let's go back to the very beginning about how I was told when I was in school that I was not a funny person. The reason why I was told I was not a funny person in grade school is because my type of humor was not for everyone. It wasn't for everyone, chat. My type of humor was what you would call dry. I don't know if you guys know a lot of people with dry humor, but it's like this. It's like they deliver a joke. Hey, chat, how you doing? You guys are, silly little beans. And then you just don't do anything for, like, the back half of the, like, the joke, right? You deliver the thing with a straight face, so they can't actually tell if you're kidding or not. And that was my dry humor back in the day. So I had to be taught to laugh after all of my jokes so that my friends would understand that I was kidding. If I didn't laugh, they would assume I was not kidding anymore. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not gonna be too hard. I can do that. I can laugh after all of my own jokes. You know what happens when you laugh after all of your own jokes? You kind of sound like a crazy person, but it's fine, because eventually that's how you guys came to get to me, right? So now I laugh after all of my own jokes, and it's fantastic. Hello, MTV Nation. Once again, we're doing a 1-hour comedy stream today. Don't question it. It's fine. I'm going to be telling lots of funny jokes, probably. You guys can laugh or not laugh. It's not a big deal. But I do have my motion turned on so that I can walk all over the stage and engage with you guys over there. Hey, how you doing? Sound like a crazy person. Seems redundant. Hi, Light. How are you today? Oh, man, it's so good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. So let's, now that you guys understand my humor, my humor levels, where I came from, where I grew my humor from school. I wasn't a funny person. I was very dry. My humor was very dry. I thought I was hilarious, but nobody ever laughed at me. So I was laughing at myself a lot, and that's how I became a streamer. I figured, you know, streaming would probably be the best way to laugh at myself, and whether I had an audience or not, it didn't really matter anymore because I was streaming and you were supposed to do that, right? So I streamed for a while. And then I saw this cool thing where the guy had an avatar, and I was like, yo, I could do that. I already got a character and everything modeled up. So I was going to join being a VTuber. So I did everything, and I blew a lot of money because I didn't know what I was doing. If you're just getting into VTubing, ask someone for help. I didn't, and I don't use that original model anymore. That original model is dead to us. She was creepy. We don't like her anymore. We don't talk about that original model. I was going for a realistic looking kind of thing, and she just came off weird. It's not a big deal. We're gonna leave it. So how does one join a VTubing community? You went from infatuated with her to just a little scared. Now, hey, you're fine. Don't worry about it. So when I first became a VTuber, I had no idea what I was doing. So I went to Twitter. Because that's where everybody goes, right? Twitter has all of the answers that you need. So I went to Twitter, and I was looking for friends. That's how you do stuff, right? You go to Twitter to look for friends. So I went to Twitter, and I didn't type anything. I didn't post anything because I have social anxiety. And I don't like to post things anywhere. So I didn't do one of those weird, like, things where, like, hey, Yeah, just be my friend. I didn't do any of that. So I stalked people on Twitter instead, right? I stalked them. And while I was stalking people on Twitter, I saw a thing that was like, hey, come join our friend group. And I was like, cool, that sounds pretty fun. It sounds pretty chill. Sounds pretty good. So I put in my application and I sent it off to this thing that is no longer alive. We're going to call it Pink Bunny. Okay, I attempted to join Pink Bunny back in the day. You didn't have a problem with it when I joined. It was the other model. Whoa, God, were you here for the original? I'm so sorry. She's dead to us now. It's fine. Don't question it. This one's much cuter. This one's much cuter. Look at me. I'm adorable now. I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, I went to go join Pink Bunny. And I got an interview, and I was like, cool, yeah, it's gonna be great. I got an interview. It's gonna be fantastic. Hi, Pixie BB. So I got an interview with this Pink Bunny group thing, right? Got an interview with this Pink Bunny thing. And I get in there, and it's like two people who are pretty chill. You guys know them. It's Kane and Aiko. Aiko is currently my model mama. And I get in there, and they start asking me questions, and I don't know if you guys know who I am. I am a very straightforward person. I work really hard to do stuff. I put a lot of effort into a lot of things, chat. I don't know if you know, I'm a workaholic, okay? So when they pulled me into this interview, I might have taken control of it. And so they were asking me questions, and I was like, yeah, and what do you think about that? And I go, oh, this, and this, and I think that's amazing. You guys are awesome. You mind if I ask you a couple questions? And then I ask them a couple questions, and then it's like after the fact, now that I'm super friends with them and everything, right? Like Kane and Aiko and I, we've talked a whole bunch now. We're best friends. But they came back to me later, and they were like, so Cath. And I was like, yes. During your interview, we got the vibe that you were like super like into like everything that you were doing, and you kind of dominated the situation, and honestly that's why you got accepted into the group, because you're super outgoing and open and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I can be when I want to be. It's totally fine. And so they said to me, we were a little intimidated by you. And I was like, what? Intimidated? You can't be intimidated by me. I'm adorable. Chat, do I intimidate you? I don't think I do. I don't think I'm an intimidation bone in my body. Unless you try to bite somebody, then I might be kind of, maybe I will be a little bit intimidating. It really just depends on stuff and things. Oh, MTV Ninja, you're the sweetest of beans. This name frightens me. The Pink Bunny, don't question it. So that's how I joined my first VTubing group of the Pink Bunny. We are now called the Patchwork VTubers, because a lot of those people from the original group kind of disappeared, and so we became the Patchwork VTubers instead. And that is my team that I'm currently in, along with V Donberry. So that's the whole thing. Also, fun fact, you plead the fifth. Fun fact as part of the whole thing. I don't know if you guys know what a harem is. A harem is usually you gather a bunch of people to like you a lot, right? That's what a harem is. They like you a whole bunch, and they want to be around you all the time. That's what a harem is. Don't question it. That's what we're calling it, okay? So I didn't have one of these, okay? But my friend Kane, you remember her from the previous story. My friend Kane has a Discord server. And I join Kane's Discord server, and we're chatting, we're having a good time. Kane and I figure out we have a lot in common. We watch, like, anime shows together, and we read all of the manhwas and the web comics online and all that good fun jazz. And, so we're talking about all of this, and I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't remember the concept, but I remember going into her Discord one day, and I have this new title. And it says harem leader, and I was like, Kane, why do I have harem leader as my title? And when I ask that, I look at everyone currently online, and it's Cath's wife number 1, Cath's wife number 2, Cath's lover number 1, Cath's wife number 4, and it went up to 16. And I was like, okay, I don't know how this happened, but cool. I guess I have a harem now, and I actually made a song. Oh my gosh, FTV Ninja, thank you so much for the 500 biddies. You sweetest bean. I really appreciate that. Thank you for throwing them up on the stage. I'll collect them after the bit. Harem leader to cult founder. Well, we already had the cult originally. That was part of my channel from the beginning. We had already had a bunch of cult up in here and everything. So, but anyway, so that's the whole story about how I got a harem, and I thought it was kind of cool, so I thought I would share it with you guys. Other stories that since I've been a VTuber, I mean, there's been a lot of fun stuff, you know. I like to play a lot of games. You guys watch me play a lot of games. I also used to do a lot of crafty stuff back in the day. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. I don't know if you guys know this. But Twitch is not a dating site. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that Twitch is not a dating site? I feel like some people missed that memo. That's okay. I get it. It's fine. But as a streamer who's been here a while, I've been here a while, you know, I've been a couple years. I'm coming up on my 5th year, chat. I've been here a while. I get a lot of things from time to time, okay? So, I remember this one time, I was playing Bloodstain something. I don't remember. It was a side scroller. This dude comes in. I assume it was a dude because of the story that's about to happen. This dude comes in, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm playing the game. It was my first time playing the game. And this guy is just in my chat trying to backseat me, and I had like the no backseat thing turned on at that time, and I was like, no, I'm good. I really don't need any assistance. And so then they start talking about like how they can't ever find anyone, and you know, doing the weird thing in chat that you don't do. You know, there's rules, chat. Did you guys know that there are rules for you being a viewer for people? I'll get into that later. But he was breaking one of the rules at that time. Okay. So he was breaking one of the unwritten rules at that time. And I was like, hey, you know, don't worry about it. You're going to do great. I'm sure you'll find somebody who will love you for who you are eventually, right? I said it a lot kinder. I'm summing up for you guys to make the story kind of quicker, okay? So I was being very supportive, I was being very nice to them, and then it flipped, right? The whole script kind of flipped. And then suddenly, I was being bombarded with things like, you know, oh man, your voice is so amazing, and oh, you're probably super cute, and I've seen your streams where you do crafts and your hands are on there, oh, they're so beautiful. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna need you to back up. Just a hair. I'm gonna need you to back up just a hair. And he goes, no, don't worry. I'll thaw your frozen heart. And I was like, okay, ban. You don't walk up to some random streamer, start, like, attacking them with your affection, and then say you're gonna thaw their frozen heart. I don't think I had a frozen heart. I think I had space. I like space. I don't know if you guys also like space. Space is pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff out there in space, but I have like a spatial bubble around me I don't really like getting into. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. You were nice to me. Yes, listen. It's time to hit the road. Pixie, you probably get it. I love you, you sweetest of beans. Welcome in. Hello, the Risky Penguin, for our comedy special. But yeah, so you know, streaming for a little while, you meet some crazies from time to time. It's not a big deal. It's fine. Another fun thing that I did a lot in my friends' streams that I offers beating heart. No, I'm okay. But occasionally, I would be in my friends' streams where I'm not a mod, by the way. I am in channels where I'm not a mod. And occasionally, I would accidentally attempt to use a mod command. And then they'll look at me and be like, Cath, you're not a mod. And I go, oh yeah. maybe a mod wants to do this. and that's how some of the channels that I'm a mod in, I got mod status in because I accidentally did a mod thing when I wasn't a mod yet, and I was like, no, really, it's okay, it was an accident, and then I'm a mod in that channel. It's fine, it's fine. I love them very much, and I will assist them anytime I pop by. Always the mod, but never the viewer. I tried! I tried to be a viewer. I did. I really did. So, and this is why sometimes if I'm just in a channel, I lurk. Because if I start talking, I'm gonna, like, be engaging. So I take you, and I put you on the side of my screen, okay? I put you on the side of my screen, and you're over here while I'm doing something over here, art or videography or something like that. So I take you, like those of you that may or may not stream, I'm gonna stick you over here. And I guess those that don't stream, I'll stick you here. Here. Streamers, not streamers, this is my content that I'm working on. I'm working on this content here. I have a lot of content on my channel that I work on a lot. I don't know if you guys knew that. I did a lot of stuff for a friend of mine where we completely overhauled their entire design. Overlays and panel things and all this fun, like, it was insane. Spent a lot of time on that. It's not a big deal. I love it. I love that kind of stuff. It's great. Brings me great joy. And yeah, so streaming's pretty chill. I like it very much. I started streaming as a way to kind of wind down after work, because for a while there, before streaming, I would go to work and then I'd come home and then I would lose my night to TV shows. I don't know if you guys used to do that. You guys remember, like, your life before Twitch? Does anybody remember their life before Twitch? I know it's a hard concept, you know, it's a hard concept to remember your life before Twitch, because now when I come home, I turn on Twitch instead of TV. Instead of going to go watch a show, I turn on Twitch and I put my friends on over there and I lurk in their streams while I do stuff. That's the nowadays. But before streams, before all that stuff, I don't think I remember. I know, right? It's super hard to remember that far back in time, back in the Stone Ages. And so I remembered losing my life to nothing after work, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream for fun. And here we are. I'm still streaming for fun. I'm having a great time, and I do charity work, and it's fun. It's great. And I don't remember what to do with my time if none of my friends are streaming. I really don't know what to do. I need someone to stream at all times, and sometimes there's that, like, once in a blue moon where nobody is streaming, and I'm like, where is everybody? I have no one to watch. And so then I go into, like, the Twitch like hole, and it's like, hey, these are cool people, and I'm like, I mean, I guess you're kind of cute. Like, let's click into your stream. Let's see what you're about. Click into someone's stream. I don't know about this. I think you might be a yabe streamer. So I back out, and I spend probably 2 hours trying to find someone new to watch, and then a friend pops on, and then I leave that entire endeavor to another day. And it's great. It's good. It's fantastic. That's Twitch in a nutshell, by the way. If nobody you know is currently streaming, you sit in the void for like a couple hours until someone goes live. And that's Twitch in a nutshell. That's the whole journey of Twitch, and everybody needs to be streaming all the time. I need so many people streaming all the time. That's the whole thing with Twitch. All right. Let's move on. Let's get away from Twitch. Let's move on to other stories and things like that I can entice you with as far as humor. What about VODs? You know, it's not the same. You know it's not the same, Risky Penguin. It's not the same. You can't interact with them. It's like, oh, I could say something funny here. But they're not there anymore. It's not the same. if they don't hear my joke, it's not the same. Oh man, she said something kind of silly. I want to say this. And then, like, you go to the Discord, right? You go to my Discord and you type it in general chat and you're like, oh man, this was super funny last night. And everybody stares at you like, that was like 4 hours ago, man. Or that was yesterday. No, nobody does that. But, I don't know. Do you guys remember back in the day when Twitch used to have, like, you could leave comments on VODs? I don't know if you guys remember that. Originally, back when I started streaming 4 years ago, you could leave comments on VODs. And it was kind of weird that occasionally you would just come back online and somebody would have left a comment to something you did on a VOD ages ago. And it's like, why are you looking at my VODs? I hate listening to my own voice. I rarely turn my VODs back on. Oh, thank you for the head pats. I don't have any of that turned on this screen because I'm moving around a whole bunch. Listen, I'm moving around a whole bunch. Don't question it. It's fine. That's why I did not enable head pats. I will give you your money back for that later, MTV Ninja, but I thank you for the virtual head pats in my brain. Your brain head pats. I just imagine like your invisible hand is like reached into my brain and is giving me like head pats. How can I hang on. Wait. There it is. All right. Wait. There it is. All right. There's my brain head pats. That's my hand going into my skull and giving me brain head pats. Is this what you wanted? Brain head pats? Anyway, sorry. Oh, thank you so much for the liquid redemption. I appreciate you. Why they interact with MS? I have no idea, Light. You don't like your voice? I think that's kind of common. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I do enjoy my voice. I think my voice is very fine. Like, I don't hate my voice or anything. I just, it's awkward to go back and listen to yourself, you know? But since I went to college and I was a graphic designer and a video editor, I had to listen to my voice a lot. There was a lot of interesting stories from college. Let me explain a couple interesting stories we did from college. I am a graphic designer. I went to school for graphic design. My best friend, Alexstria, who I went to college with, we took a lot of classes together. We both, eventually graduated with graphic design degrees. But we also decided to use each other. We decided to use each other for a lot of our projects. So it's like, go film someone doing something. We used each other. So we were in each other's shots a whole bunch. Some of my favorite stories from college with her were these ones like this. All right, Cath. Yes, I need a fake commercial. And I was like, okay, all right, that's cool. We can do a fake commercial. That's not too bad. What do you want the commercial to be about? And she was like, I like Monster energy drinks. And I was like, I mean, that's cool. Monster energy drinks are pretty good. How do you want to do this bit? How do you want to do this? And she looks at me and she goes, I have an idea. So I laid her down on the couch. And she brought to me this bag, this just ginormous bag of empty Monster cans. And I cover her in empty Monster cans. And then I set up the camera to the right. We set up the camera to the right. And I just remember giving her the cue. And so I walk into the scene and I say, Alexstria, did you not finish studying? Or something like that. I can't remember what I exactly said, but her entire being like snapped up and the Monster cans just like exploded. And we still have that video somewhere of her just like sitting up abruptly to continue the commercial that we were shooting. And there was just Monster cans flying everywhere, just empty Monster cans, and they made so much noise. We got an A on that project. It was great. I loved it. It was really good. I love Alexandria. She's a sweetheart. We did a lot of shenanigans together. It was good. It was good. It was great. So another fun college story. I don't know if you guys understand. I happen to be accident prone. I happen to be accident prone, chat. I don't know if you knew this. 10 out of 10 would buy the product of the commercial. Maybe if I could like find it one day, I'll send you like the audio version so I don't dox myself. It was really funny to listen to. So I'm a little bit accident prone. I don't know if you guys noticed or not. Occasionally I'll post things in Discord like, "Oh no, I sliced my finger open doing dinner," or "Oh man, I touched the oven while cooking dinner," or "Hey guys, I tripped up the stairs today." There's a lot of things that happen from time to time. I have a funny story about that, running to my German class at the time. I was taking a German class at the time. No, I don't know any German anymore. I have no idea. That was ages ago. I only took one class of German. I don't remember anything anymore. Beside the point. So I was on my way to German class, and I was late, and it was summer-ish. It was warm, so I was wearing sandals. Now these sandals, they were open-toed, and it just had like the little strap on top, you know, like the one little strap in the open toe and everything. So you understand what kind of sandal it is. So I'm running to class. I'm running to class. You know, oh god, I froze. Oh god, that's kind of what happened in a second there. Oh geez, all right, there we go. So I was running to class. Hey, that's model work for you. Occasionally we'll get frozen. It's not a big deal. I wonder how far I can get before my hand freaks out. Hang on. Oh, there it goes. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, so I was running to class, and, the stairs leading up to the language building, chat, they were, a little steep. So I was running to class, and I remember tripping up the stairs, and they were these, you know, like stone steps, and I tripped up the stairs on these stone steps, but I didn't like scuff my knees or anything. What had happened is my shoe got caught on like the lip of the stairs, and it like collapsed, and then like my bare toesies like hit the concrete, and then I slid off backwards, and I kept running to class because I was like, oh, I'm fine, I didn't fall forward, nothing's broken, ran to class. So came in just before he started class, and I sat down in like the middle-ish area where there was an open slot. And while I'm sitting there and the adrenaline's kind of coming down, I look down at my foot, which was starting to ache a whole bunch. It was starting to ache, and I was like, oh man, I must have actually hurt myself, gosh darn it. And I look down at my foot, and there's just this pool of blood. There's just a whole pool of blood in the bottom of my shoe. And I was like, oh, that's probably not good. So I walk up to the teacher. He's already started class, and so I know I'm gonna be a jerk. And I was like, I'm so sorry. So I walk up to the front of the class, and he gives me this look like, what do you want? And I go, sir, I'm really sorry, but I need to go to the bathroom. I am injured. And I point down at my shoe, and I'm starting to trail blood at this point. And he just looks at me like, yeah, no, go. And I was like, okay. And I like walk out of the room and get to the bathroom. And then I put my foot up onto the sink in the bathroom in college, and like I just empty the blood from my shoe and like rinse it off and dry it, and then I take a bunch of paper towels and I wrap my poor toe up, because you don't have band-aids on your way. I wrap it all up into like this mummified thing on my foot, and then I go back to class. And I finish class, and then I went home to fix it. So that's a typical college day for me. That's a typical college day for me. It's good stuff, you know. College was a lot of fun. Loved college. Tripped a lot of places, and it was good. It was good. Another fun story that I'll share with you real quick about college is we had a mythical arts teacher. She taught like books about mythology and things like that. Thank you so much for the liquid redemption. I appreciate you. But she taught us a bunch of stuff about like mythical nonsense or whatever, right? And so she was kind of insane. I'm putting it out there. She was kind of insane. Let me explain. So this story of whatever it was this guy walked into a house. He looks down at like a ring on a table, looks outside at a waiting taxi, and then leaves. That was the whole story. There was nothing else in it. That was it. And so she says, hey, class, let's decipher the story. And we're like, okay, we'll decipher the story because that's the class, right? And so people are coming up with things like, oh, yeah, no, he saw the ring on the table. Maybe something was taken, and he had already called a taxi to come out there, and it was great. It was, you know, we have a very logical course of action is how we were looking at things, you know, logical. I don't know if you guys understand logical things, but we were very logical about it. And then the teacher goes, yeah, no, those are very valid. Those are very valid. So we all agree that he's a vampire. And the whole class was like, what? yeah, he's a vampire. And now he had to go before the sun came up. And it's like, what? That's not how the story went. What are you talking about? Hello, Moon Moon. Thank you for the raid. We are in the middle of our comedy hours special. Yeah. The whole class, Athagorn, the whole class was like, what are you talking about? And on top of it, she had these glasses, these like giant glasses that were on her face. And I wear glasses, so I'm not making fun of somebody with glasses. But her glasses were always askew. And what I mean by askew is it's like if somebody took the glasses and like crookeded them. And then occasionally she would attempt to fix them, but then she would crooked them the other direction. And so they were always askew on her face. So while she's coming up with these insane theories for this mythical arts class, she looked kind of crazy with these askew glasses, and we were just like, yeah, no, we're going to the insane teacher's class today. It's fine. Nobody questioned it. It's fine. It's good stuff. And so that's college. I don't know if you guys have been to college yet. It's pretty fun. Love college. In college, I didn't live in the dorms, but I did have a bunch of friends who lived in the dorms. And we eat a lot of things as kids that would probably kill a normal person. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I remember one time going into my friend's room, and they always drank V8. This is important. Focus. They always drank V8, and so they would take a V8 out of their mini fridge, and they would open it and drink it. Well, apparently, they forgot. They opened this one and set it on a shelf in their closet area. And we didn't know how long it was there. And so I go into the room to hang out with my friend. And I go, hey, did you know you have a V8 over here? And they go, oh man, that must have been where I put it. And they proceed to take the V8. And then they open the V8. And I don't know if you guys have had V8s before, but it's not supposed to go, psh. So he opens it and it goes, psh. And he's like, I don't think it's supposed to do that. Oh, well. And puts it next to his nose. He said it was like like the smell of burning went up his nose. Before he even took a drink, he could feel that it was probably bad. But he attempted to drink it anyway. And so, you know, you get what you try to do when you're in college, and so they tried to drink expired V8, and it's along the same lines as I tried to eat expired jerky, you know. If you guys know that story. I was doing a 12-hour stream one time. And I forgot to get snackies. Before my 12-hour stream. And it was a charity stream, and it's fun. You know, I love doing my 12-hour charity streams. And so I was like, okay, chat, hang on. I need to go get a snacky. We're like 8 hours in, and I'm very hungry. So I threw up my BRB, and I ran upstairs, and I looked in my cabinet, and I looked, and I was like, yes, a bag of beef jerky. It's great. So I pick up this bag of beef jerky, and I run downstairs, and I go, okay, guys, I'm back. And I open this bag of beef jerky, and without looking, I take a piece, and I shove it in my mouth, and I go, guys, this beef jerky is really soft. Is beef jerky supposed to be soft? And I look down into the bag. It might be expired, and chat told me to go throw it away, but I was like, it tastes fine. It's fine. And so it had expired 6 months previously, and it's been open in my cabinet for the whole time. Don't question it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. You can't judge me. I have eaten a lot of expired food, though. It's fine. Hello, Davi. Good to see you. Listen, it's fine. I got a high immune system. It's fine. Everything's good. Everything's chill. It's not a big deal. Let's see. This is how you build an amenity. An amenity? Amenities? I thought amenities were lights and stuff. Or are you trying to say, like, how you build up, like, resistance to certain things? Or does amenity mean something else? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'm just kind of crazy. Don't worry about it. Davi, thank you so much for your ara. Appreciate you. But since then, you checked the date before, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Maybe after it's already in the pot and cooking it, though. But then I'll check the date, and I'll be like, maybe I shouldn't finish cooking this. I've definitely done that before. Definitely done that before. Actually, last week I did that. I was very hungry last week, and I opened my cabinet, and I go, yes, I have shells left. Excellent. So I take out this box of shells, and I was like, I don't know how long these shells have been in here. And I proceed to dump them in the pot, and I added water, and then I started to boil the water, and then I look down into the water, and I go, yeah, these are bad. And there was like little bugs in it. And I was like, oh no. I guess this one's bad. We're gonna throw it away. It's fine. It's fine. Do you guys know what silverfish are? It may be a Midwest thing. I don't know how far they reach across the United States. But silverfish are these little creepy things that kind of like get on everything and then they chase you down. Yeah. Not in Minecraft, no. But there are these actual little bug things. You have silverfish? Okay. So there's these actual things that kind of like get into your storage crap, and so when you open your storage crap, they scatter. And I was told as a young child that if one of these silverfish ever get in your ear, they'll eat your brains. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. I will keep that with me for the rest of my life and make sure I never get a silverfish in my ear to let it eat my brain. Okay, thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. Anyway, it's beside the point. They look like the things in movies that go in your nose and control your brain. Yeah, exactly. That's what my dad said. But he said eat the brain, not control the brain. The same thing, essentially. And so when I worked at Goodwill, Goodwill is a secondhand shop where people donate things, and I worked there in college. I have a lot of college stories because I liked college and I'm a college graduate. Deal with it. And so at my secondhand job, I remember specifically we had gotten a donation of plates and things like that. And so it was my job to open the box, process the items, put them on the cart, and send them out to be purchased from random people, correct? And so I open this box, and I proceed to scream, and my manager rushes over, and there are thousands of silverfish in this box. That person had to have donated it knowing those were in there. Like, they weren't hidden or anything. And that's not even the first time I screamed at that job. I remember another time I was screaming at that job when I was sitting in the back minding my own business, and I looked down at the ground, and there's just this giant spider staring up at me. And I look at it, and he looks up at me, and then I guess he had it in his head that I could take that, as spiders do, as all spiders do towards humans. He said I could take that, and freaking charges me like an insane spider. And I remember I have never jumped that high in my life. The spider's charging me, and I jumped straight up into the sky, over it, cleared the table on the other side, and I ran out going, nope, 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 nope. And someone else had to find it and kill it because I was out. Was not interested. Not into that at all. I found out that the person was actually a bunch of silverfish in a trench coat. Oh no. Those were his children. He was donating his children. Why? Why were you donating your children? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so secondhand stores are very scary. One more story with working at a secondhand store. Goodwill also accepts volunteer work. I remember that occasionally we would get people who would volunteer because he couldn't find a place to plant them. Oh god. He had to go and put them in the brains of everyone at Goodwill. No. But I remember this one time, there was this guy who came in. He was like, hey, I would really like to do some charity work here, and I would like to donate my time. And my manager at the time said, okay, that's fine. We could use some help around here, and I'll sign off on your waiver that you've done charity work. This guy, I don't think he'd ever worked a day in his life. He was the son of, like, a doctor and a lawyer, you know, the stereotypical doctor and a lawyer. And he was told that for college entrance exams, he had to do charity work. And so I guess he went to, like, Goodwill and was like, yeah, no, this is a good place to do charity work. This seems fine. I'm gonna work here. And so my manager comes up to him and is like, okay, so we need you to, like, clean this and this and this. And he looks at the rag or whatever it was, and it was like, okay. And he tries to clean it, and he does a really bad job. And so we're like, okay, that's fine. You're not terribly good at that. It's not a big deal. Here, why don't you go over here and sweep the floor? And so he goes over to the side to sweep the floor, and I distinctly remember him not sweeping the floor. If you've never swept a floor before, I get it. I understand. It's a hard concept to, like, start from the outside and, like, sweep it into a pile, not just put your broom in the middle of the floor and start swishing it back and forth. That's not how you sweep a floor. That's how you make it worse. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's how you make it worse. If you put your broom right in the middle of the room and just start kind of waving it back and forth, that makes a bigger mess than sweeping it into a pile. I digress. So this fellow, we realized very quickly that he didn't know how to do any manual labor, but we had already told him that he could come and do charity work and or volunteer work, and so eventually my manager put him in charge of dressing the mannequins out on the floor. So he would spend his entire shift going out on the floor, looking through the clothes, and dressing up the mannequins, only to have people immediately come by, love the outfit he put together, and rip it off the mannequin, so he had to do it again. It was actually quite funny to watch him finish an outfit, and then it immediately gets stripped from the mannequin, and then he had to go find a new outfit. It was good. It was good. But yes, so secondhand stores, pretty fun. I mean, it was a job, right? So you make fun with what you can, with everything there. At least he had something to do. Exactly. We gave him the information he needed to finish his volunteer work, and that's what matters. You know, that's what matters sometimes. You get what you are best at. You try doing what you are good at, and like here, I hope I have attempted to keep you all entertained for a good period of time. I have roughly 5 more minutes. Let's see, what can I BS my way through for 5 more minutes here at the end. I don't know, chat. I kind of ran out of stories. Gosh darn it. Here's a fun story for you. In college, yes, it's another college story. Deal with it. In college, I remember making what we called turkey cookies. I don't know if you guys know what a turkey cookie is, but it's essentially a sugar cookie that you took your hand, you put it on the cookie mix, and then you cut your hand out. And that created the base for your turkey cookie. Then you put dealing with cookies, yes. And so you put the cookie down, you put icing on it, you put like candy on it, M&Ms, Skittles, whatever you want to put on it, and you have this turkey cookie that you have designed with other pieces of sugar, and then you consume said sugar cookie, correct? That's what you do. So I created this at a family function, and I went through, and it was a long drive back home, and someone else was driving, and I was like, okay, cool, you're gonna drive, I'm gonna like slowly eat my cookie. So I don't eat my cookie like a normal person, you know, putting the cookie in my mouth and biting it. Instead, I proceed to take the cookie, and I put it in one of my hands, and I take each individual piece of candy and consume it. And I took the piece of candy and I ate it, and I took the piece of candy and I ate it, until there was no more pieces of candy on top of it that I had placed on there. And then I proceed to, at this point, you think I would chew the cookie. I would bite the cookie because there's no more pieces of candy on top. No, I lick the icing off of the cookie. Don't ask me why I licked the icing off of the cookie, but I really wanted the icing, and I didn't want the cookie right then. So I proceed to lick all of the icing off of the cookie, and then I was like, you know what? I think that's enough sugar. And all that's left of my poor desecrated cookie is just the, once again, base sugar cookie. That's it. I had eaten all the frosting, I had eaten all the pieces of candy. All that was left was the base cookie. I could basically go back and make another cookie at this point, because I had the base back, right? So I put it in like in the little baggie I brought with me, and I zipped the baggie shut, and I get back to my apartment. Again, I am in college, so I have roommates. And so I put the cookie on the counter. Maybe some of you can see where this is going. So I put the cookie on the counter, and I go to my room, and I drop off my stuff. And then I go to the living room, and I sit down, and I turn on the TV. And I'm watching TV with another friend in my abode. And I remember seeing one of my other housemates come into the room with a cookie in their hand that looked suspiciously familiar. And I was like, hey, where'd you get that cookie? And they were like, oh, it was on the counter in the kitchen. And I go, was it in a blue bag? And they go, yeah, it was in a blue bag. That was my cookie. Oh, it's okay. I'm sure you had a lot to eat. Thanks for bringing me back a cookie. And I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna tell you that I licked the cookie clean. I have, to this day, I have never told that ex-friend of mine that I licked that cookie clean that they stole from me. And they basically were like kissing me at that point, right? They ate the cookie that I licked clean in college. And I never told them. And I think I should have told them. Nah. See, here's the fun fact. It's all, I will always be able to hold this over them, like in the afterlife, you know, when we all die or whatever, and then we go to the afterlife. I get to go up to their soul and be like, hey, you remember that time in college where you stole my cookie? And they go, I stole your cookie in college? Yeah, I remember it because it was an extreme situation for me because you stole my cookie. And they go, why do you remember me stealing a cookie from you? So in the afterlife, I can go, because I licked it. I licked that cookie, and then you ate it without asking. That's your karma. You spent your entire life not knowing I licked that cookie clean. And now that you and I are in the afterlife, now I can tell you that I licked that cookie clean. You basically made out with me when you ate my cookie. And that's what I'm going to say to them in the afterlife. And it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. And that I am holding on to that until I can go into the afterlife. That's my plan, chat. When I go into the afterlife, I'm just going to find them and tell them the truth. And then I've basically held the secret for my entire life. I think that is fair. I think that is fair. All right, chat. I think we've reached our 1 hour. I think we've reached our 1 hour for your comedy special for today. Did you guys have a good time? Was it interesting? Am I funny? And I'm never doing this again because I am out of funny stories. Hello, Silva. Yes, 1 hour. We have hit the 1 hour. Another. No. I'm good. But thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with me while I did a little bit of my comedy nonsense today. Means a lot to me. Maybe for like, I don't know, maybe like the next charity stream that we do, maybe we'll have this as another stretch goal. If you guys want to do like another stretch goal or something, you know? So we can totally do that. Not a big deal. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I guess we need to like raid someone or something, yeah? Let's see. Do you guys want to raid? There's so many people online. Where do we want to take this energy, chat? Where do we want to take this energy? We want to raid Mary? Is Mary live? Let's see. Where are you, Barry Marvelite? Where are you, Barry Marvelite? There you are. Ooh, Mary's playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I love that game. You're going to make me do jumping jacks right now? How could you? Alright, fine. I'm gonna start the raid and we're gonna quickly do the jumping jacks. Gosh darn it. Okay, alright. Oh god, my model. I have the motion on a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8, a 9, a 10. There you go. There you go, chat. There's your everything. I hope you're having a good time. When we jump over there to Mary's stream, please shout Cath raid as loud as you can. My raid command's not working. Cath raid with whatever kind of emote you wish. Thank you, Athagorn. Appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be playing another game. I can't think of what it is right now, but I posted the schedule somewhere. I posted the schedule somewhere. You can look at what we're playing tomorrow. Tomorrow will be normal stream time. Alright, have a good night, everybody. Love you very much. Bye-bye, chat. Oh, where's my ending screen? I'm exhausted. Wait, there it is, okay. Wow.